wanna be the tip of the spear. There's so many of us clamoring for what the telly and the glamour bring. The rich and the given are very often touring, but listen, the pit and the telly office boring. I'm 35, you wouldn't know it till you heard me rhyme. I'm not talking read bars, dissing women all the time. It's that slack dastardly rap task with the vagabond whose act actually smacks back to the rap classics we hang upon. Backtrack with me to my upbringing. I play violin like a rapper and rap like a violinist. See, this kid is dope, bro, strokes to Johann Strauss, and an exceptional performance with his yo man mouth. I'm confused, so I'm a nerd and head case. In many situations, get no word in edgeways. So I said, hey, switch it up, keep it subtle, push on. The rhyming is the bed and the fiddle, the duck down cushion. I'm about to show you what my flow do, and I know you think, why wouldn't you just get to the strings bit? Sushi like you in Nobu, about to both through like Lomu. Cause I must demonstrate my command of English. Consoldino, Italian, Ron Cortino is travelling. Uncle Primo is frally, Moncho Frido dabbling. Torpedo is carrying on, raw fever can slathering. Condor Creeder the carrying, tour people it's happening. He knows I'm yammering. Vertebrae, disturbances recognised by my 7th So as the planet's being jeopardised by cretins, bird brains. Excuse me while I edge in wordways. And as your personal details get hedged in surveys. Excuse me while I edge in wordway. If you get your validation from your bench and birth weight. Excuse me while I edge in wordways. Was it just fanatics grapple with tested birth phase? Excuse me while I edge in wordways. What I've got are my weapons of words. I'm verbose enough. Silo stacked with a battery, fervent and ferocious one. So step back and consciously observe as I open up. Whoa, crash of a latter emergency. Wanna be a noir thriller. I'm a 90s action comedy. I know it, you know it. Mike Deepak's and Jollity. I'm Ironside's understudy. A separate part. Seth MacFarlane's head and Mark Wahlberg's third thunder buddy. Edge at large. U2's guitarist on road with a cigar and a long coat. In Cardiff with one Joe. I'm a single atom thread. Molecular guillotine. Slice apart words. Injective centers with pethidine. Technical rhyming is grueling, but it pays off. Gaze fixed, they watch like Great British Bake Off. Cosplay imitates Farm Snake. Liquid game on, God playing at 8 for a break. Hinges straight off, don't wanna believe my own hype. But nabbit, I'm brilliant. To think I ever considered Mike a run ragged civilian. So while these other rappers are firmly wedged in 3rd place, excuse me while I edge in wordways. But I'm happy being me, the rest is just a fantasy. Got to like it, lead, and it's a pleasure speaking candidly. At the edge of reason and the edge of what you plan to see. You can find me filing edges, filling in a cavity. Now hit me, DJ Alchemy.
Where did you get them from? Did you get them commissioned or? Okay.
Hello, everybody. Hello. How are we all doing?
Hello.
I hope we're all good. I hope we're all chilled. I hope you're all sat down. You've been to the toilet. You've got a drink, and you're raring to go. Because I am not. I am so tired. I am the maker of my own demise, unfortunately, today. I was up until 2 o'clock in the morning at after the Longest John's gig. They were selling double pints in massive glasses. So I had 3 of them. So, you know, I did really well. And then we had more pints beforehand and more pints after. But we had a wonderful, wonderful gig. The biggest thing that happened last night was I was stood with a very, very well-known streamer. And I was the one who got recognised.
That's cool.
It was amazing.
Love that.
It was
Excellent.
amazing. I was not expecting it. It was great. Empty Goose
There we go.
from the Discord. It was so good. It was so funny. Yes, I remember. Yeah, Max and Abby got recognised at theirs, and then I got recognised at this one. It's just like,
Brilliant.
oh, gee. And he hung around with us, and we had drink, and he bought drinks. We were great.
Great. I love that.
So yeah,
that.
he's in the marches, and yeah, lovely, lovely guy. And he even ended up in the kebab shop with us at the end of the night.
That's a good night then.
It was
The
it was
marches-
great.
The marches are lovely people.
It was great, and yeah, it just goes to show how amazing LARPers are. I had other people overheard me talking to people about LARP, and they wandered over saying, "Oh, so we want to go to Empire. Do you know Empire?" We're like, "Funny you should mention." So they've done me follows and stuff. So hopefully they might be watching. So if you are watching, hi. So hopefully we get more players coming along. And I have a meet. Well, we're trying to sort out a chat between me, Digby, and the certain longest Johns about getting them to Empire.
Ooh.
Because one of them,
Cool.
Andy, I think his name is interested and stuff. So hopefully, so that'll be.
Longest John's making the bard game more difficult for every other bard.
No, I'll sing with them. I'll drag them down to everyone else's
Oh,
level.
okay,
It's
I
fine.
see. All right, that's fine.
Yeah, they'll be dragged right down to my level, so it's not a problem there. Tell us what my favourite song, "Wayfaring Stranger," for very obvious reasons. I love that song so much.
Wonder why.
Yeah, it's such a good song. So yeah, when JD was singing it, and you had everybody there in their like revered silence, apart from me in the corner belting it out at the top of my voice. And that, Mr. Badger,
We're in the mood.
sir, good to see you, my friend. Oh yeah, we need to meet up for a beer again. I've got more stuff to go away, so we need to go out for more beers. But not tonight.
I don't think you need any more beer at the moment.
I always need more beer. Always need more. Oh, yeah, could always do with more beer. We went out for me and Digby went out for a steak, and it was amazing. It was the best steak I've ever had. It was nearly 30 quid, so it better be.
Oh, wow.
Where did you go?
I can't
Was that
remember.
Meadow Castle?
I can't remember. It was steak something or other. It's only one restaurant, and it's in
Oh, okay.
and it's in Bristol.
Okay, right.
I need to find out because it was so good. It was so good. I'll give them a big shout out. That's the wrong thing.
Hashtag not sponsored, but if you want to,
Yeah, hashtag
Steve's
not
open
sponsored.
to it.
So the guy that we had the music of before is a guy called Mike Dennis, and he was the support act last night, and he was phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. Oh, thank you, Ryan, for doing that. Oh, straight to Tiny as well. That's right then. Let's try to find the name of this.
I'm such a carnivore. I do love a good steak. It's really bad. It's not necessarily the best for the environment, but I do love a good steak.
It was called Steak of the Art.
Oh, yes. I have heard of it.
It was absolutely phenomenal. So thank you, Digby, for recommending that place. It was just, wow, yeah. Love Dave's song and story.
Thank you.
At E1.
That's
We'll
very kind.
Yes, we are going to get. We are going to get onto that. I'm going to do a bit of a react now. I've received something. I don't know if you can
Nice.
tell who that's
Mac.
for.
Mac.
It's all sealed. And she's Beth, who wrote this, is playing Inga, my daughter. Oh no, I broke the seal.
Our lovely little Suak friend.
Yeah, well, it's the weird thing is that Mac's not overly fond of Suak.
She's kind of got no choice now.
And do you know what the funny thing was? Is that my real daughter, when she comes to E2, she will be playing a Suak as well.
Nice. That is brilliant. Excellent. Oh, I'm a fan of Suak.
Their
I
kit
have
is
my
amazing.
reasons. Yeah.
Oh my god. Look at this.
Oh,
It's such letter season, but that's so exciting.
I have to read this bit out because this is amazing. I have spoken to my mother, and she has confirmed that you are indeed my father. I can't say I'm delighted. But it is at least good to know the truth, finally.
Excellent.
Oh my god. That was... Oh no, this is going to get deep now. Yeah, I'm going to read that a bit later. Ooh. That's brutal. Yeah, that's
spicy.
That's brutal.
Oh.
My god, that is brutal. Oh, someone's getting a kick in. Oh my god. Oh my god, Beth, you are brutal.
Excellent.
Oh my god. Jesus Christ.
I don't know if she's non-com, but I'd be very concerned.
I don't think it matters who it is. Everyone should be concerned. It was a perfectly nice letter with no sadness or anger whatsoever. I have no idea what you're talking about. Right, okay, fine. Cheers, John. 14 months, you crazy fool. Are these adoptions made official in the North, or is it her roleplay as a biological daughter? It's all roleplay. So we agreed it before E1. If you suspected I was born, why did you never ask? Of the three of my parents, at least I knew the two. That I can't read some of your handwriting. Was it because they believed it was the? Yeah, Beth, you're gonna have to translate some of this. Inga's handwriting is terrible. Soz fam. At least only that's it. I've learnt about you. To show me, I've learnt about you from her. Shows me this is true. But where was your loyalty to me? Oh, harsh. The daughter.
Bring in those virtues.
The daughter of a union you said was made in love. Oh my God! This is.
Wow.
This is brutal.
That is tough.
Have you posted it into the Discord, have you, for me? Have you sent it to me? Right then. I have spoken to my mother and she's confirmed that you are indeed my father. I can't say I'm delighted, but it's good to know the truth finally. If you suspected I was born, why did you never ask? Of the three of my parents, I at least know those who lied did it because they believed it was the wisest choice. But I cannot find a virtuous reason for you to have hidden this knowledge from yourself. You claim to be loyal and everything I have learnt about you thus far shows me this is true. But where was your loyalty to me, the daughter of a union you say was made in love? You mentioned you believe you have other children. Tell me, do they know your name? I implore you to make sure that they do. We don't have to like our truth, but it doesn't make it less so. Don't make them come looking like I had to. The roots of my skyline are grounded in falsehood, and I now have to reframe my path through life. You are one of the few that had the power to prevent this. Do not misunderstand to the extent to which I hold you accountable. I am in no way ignorant of my parents' part in this charade. If you would like to know me, there are many questions yet to be answered. I can promise I will listen and answer what I can for you too. Eagerly, Inga.
Wow. I've received letters within the last 2 weeks that have had some pointed words in them, but nothing like that.
That's brutal. I'm gonna have to have a think about that. I think for the first time ever, my mug is talking about me.
Wow. Yes. Yes.
So, like an episode of Jeremy Kyle. Hi, Amber. Oh shit, Mac been told. Yeah.
I feel like that's the kind of service you could pay a kickabout for, is kind of being the Jeremy Kyle of your relationship, just sitting in between you, getting you two to sit down, sit a fire with the crowd behind you.
Christ, you need the Jeremy Kyle DNA test reveal. Well, no, unfortunately. That would be fun, though. In before Mac never speaks to her again. No. I have to think of my response in crayon. Please tell me that's full of rum. No, it's coffee. I need a coffee right now. But Jeezy crazy. That was that's intense. Of course, got to crack the best writing implements out. Yeah. You might be lucky that you get you might be in blue. Oops, just burnt my dinner. Well, that's foolish. So yeah, we're here to talk about E1. So we're doing well. That letter's brilliant, and I will sit down and do that. All max hits, but he couldn't protect him. He couldn't protect him from emotional damage. True. Yeah. They should do traumatic wounds. Emotional traumatic wounds.
Damage.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mac needs therapy. I'll have to go to a bar and find a bar.
Traumatic wound. Physic rips it open. This can only be healed with six months of repetitive therapy.
Or just a bunch of Twilight.
Yeah.
What's
God.
max
To be
therapy?
fair,
Take Twilight.
Jesus. That's good. I love this. This is brilliant.
That's really good roleplay.
Yeah, I mean, Beth gave me some of the best roleplay at E1, and that I've had for a long, long time. So yeah, this is like the culmination of, and it's wonderful. They can only repair their relationship with a night of heavy, heavy drinking. Yeah, pretty much.
Excellent.
Some drama happens in door. Like a ref walks up to a noble. You'll need this, and hands over a traumatic wound card. Yeah.
Yeah.
Music controls us. Thanks for following. Caught a live stream for once rather than having to watch on YouTube. Yeah, she might ask for a pony now. She's not getting one. Because they don't exist.
She can get an ox, though. Baby ox. Little cow. Little calf.
I'll get her a little piglet. Yeah, here you go. So, Liam, Dave, we've been here for a long, long time. Talking E1 for over a year. Liam's been around since, I don't know, for fucking ages in the Discord, and he's been part of this. We don't know why his camera is being like this for Liam.
Yeah, it's trash.
But trust me, I've met him in person. You are not missing much.
Yeah, you're not.
Meant with all the love in the world, Liam.
Yeah, it's fine.
So it feels weird that we're here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Because
it's so strange.
It really is. It feels like it's been really nice to have like chats with people, because it's like we're talking about a game that no one's been to yet, and now we're on the other side of it, and it's
like a whole other world.
The donation, the healthcare thing that we're doing up there. There are other people have donated full tickets through their open tickets and sent it to me, so that's not including those. But you can donate through bits, you can donate through the link. Completely up to you. So do it however you want to. But how? So this question will go for open question to both of you. How have you felt? Because you're building everything up in your mind beforehand. Yeah. So like obviously, Dave, you did a music chat with people, and everyone sang their hearts out.
Yeah, it's good.
And then you got into the field, and Liam, you weren't sure about anything. Really,
yeah,
you didn't know how you were going to roleplay, who your character was going to be. You didn't know who you were going to interact with. You didn't know anything at all.
Yeah.
And I have to admit, I mean, Dave, I didn't hear much about you in character.
Me?
Yeah, I was trying to keep like tabs on as many people as I could, just because I wanted to hear some stories about people.
There's a couple of reasons for that. One, I lost my voice on the Saturday morning. So I stopped. I sang Friday night, and that was it. I'm surprised you didn't hear about me from various related Wintermark halls, but that would have been the only reason that you would have had to interact with me. I spent a lot of my time in trouble with the law, shall we say, and in conclave. I possibly was not in areas of the field that Mac would have been in. So that might be why.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
Hearing about Mercy in E2, I hope will be set to change as E2 gears up to be what I'm calling my Bard event.
So I'm going to interrupt everything now because Music Controls Us has just cheered 10,000 bits.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Oh my goodness.
Pretty sure that's 100 quid.
That's a lot. Yeah, I think that is.
I think that's 100 quid, which is insane. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So that's another ticket bought. That's another ticket bought. I don't know how I'm giving these away to people yet. I don't think ahead. But Jesus Christ, thank you so much. It's £122. Fuck me with a wrench. That's just brutal. My God.
A lot.
Thank you.
Ticket and a bit, ticket and a half.
That's,
nearly.
that's nearly 2 tickets. That's nearly 2 tickets there.
That's great.
Incredible.
So yeah, that's amazing. That's absolutely amazing. Absolute leg end. Let's
Well done, that
okay.
person. That's crazy.
Oh, if only I knew how to do like things and like make them a VIP and stuff. I don't know how to do stuff.
You can work it out.
Nah, someone will have to tell me what to type in, and then, and then I'll just type it in. But yeah, I don't have a clue. But that's amazing. It's first catching the live stream. Still running the high from my first LARP E1 high. Well, I didn't get into this hobby sooner. I know. Tell me about it. But yeah, thank you for the bits, Tiny. It all goes towards what we're doing, so it's all going to help. So, but yeah, I mean, I knew you sang, and I had heard that you lost your voice as well. I did hear that.
Yeah.
So
I think that's because I came to see you Saturday morning.
Ooh.
And I was like, hello, can't really talk. But Beth is slightly wrong. I didn't hide from Wintermark. There was a point where I tried to hide in Wintermark, but we'll get to that.
Yes, we'll come to that one. But Liam, on the other hand, I heard lots about Liam.
All right, what did you hear about me?
But that was only because he was like 100 feet from me constantly. Because his camp was
not true.
His camp was like literally just up the road, and okay. I'd heard that Liam had become was instrumental in locating Mac. That's awesome. Ah, thanks for donating that. What was it? Subscribe for 2 months. Love you lots. Love you too.
Yeah, I gave Inga the intel that she needed to find you in character.
You bastard. How dare you create awesome roleplay. Jeez, level 5 hype train, 130%.
Oh, damn.
Nice.
That's a lot of hype.
That is a hell of a lot of hype. But, yeah, I'd heard that you had become quite an integral part of a hall. I heard that the hall, they really like what you do, and they like how supportive you have been. So, speaking of you as an individual, your character, you have... Yeah, you're flying.
I didn't know. I thought it was going to be like... I thought what you'd heard of me is that Inga showed me orc nudes, so now my character is obsessed with finding and gathering orc nudes. So I thought that would be the information he was going to come out with.
I had no idea about that. But that's
So
amazing.
literally, yeah, all of my plans once we got in character fell through the roof because Inga showed me orc nudes. She was like, "Oh, I've got these sketches. Do you want to see?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." And it's orc nudes, 2 orc, and I was like, "I am
Oh wow!
obsessed. I am getting them." So that was
I heard about
amazing.
this.
Yeah.
I heard about that they'd entered the field, and
Yeah.
the Empire lewd game changed forever.
No, I'm on a mission now to also make orc smart and either call it 50 Shades of Green or Barbarian Bondage. I've broken Steve.
Wow.
I just.
Barbarian bondage. I'd go. Well, yeah, I'd go for
Well,
50
you can
Shades
actually
of Green. I like that.
50 Shades of Green, but like you know how some books have 2 titles. It could be 50
Yeah.
Shades of Green or Barbarian Bondage.
Mm.
So a lot of my event was, I was going to become a apprentice to potion make, and then it just fell through the roof. And I was like, right, I'll do some trading, and then we're going to the orc camp so I can get orc nudes.
All of
Yeah,
the
you need
things.
to do the trading to get the nudes.
Literally.
We need an orc only fans. Yes, Gorka, we do. Orcly fans. Or only knees for me.
Oh.
But God, Liam, out of all the things that you could have got involved with, that's the thing you went for.
Yeah.
Your
but there's
entire character was around the idea of becoming an apothecary.
I mean, I'm still going with that. It's just sort of taken the back burner a little bit. Yeah, I mean, I really like.
You're
the
obsessed with
sad thing
orc
was-
cock now.
Literally.
Literally.
So the sad thing was is that when we eventually got to the orc camp, we was like, one of the things I want to talk about is I got given a task from like this creepy Naga guy.
Yep.
Yeah,
Shaman.
yeah.
Yeah. I know Shaman well.
And that also led me to the orc camp, but I didn't want to go in there and just be like, oh, I'm here to do this and also get orc nudes. So I thought I'd come back later and say that, which wasn't the best idea because I was terrified the whole time. But when we did eventually get there for the orc nudes, we got to the tent. I was told the tent to go to, and someone runs in like, we've had this accident. Only a few orcs they're trapped behind the sentinel gate, and it's like, one of them turns to us like, not a good time, and I'm like, okay, let's get out of here before something goes down. And we're just like speed walking away, like. Yeah, and then so we thought we'd wait. We thought we'd wait till Sunday, and then I come on Sunday like afternoon, and they're like, yeah, the orc you're after has left Anvil, and I'm like, damn. So
Yeah, that was the end of Ironside Yarn. That was the end of him. Really sad.
I had so Saturday, beloved Kaelin, Kaelin Fiamir of House Sepulchre, passed away on a skirmish. Mike's Dornish character, and I was tasked with finding everyone who had written him a letter to go and tell them that he died. And I rocked up to the orc camp with this letter from Ironside Yarm, and I was like, "Hi, I'm here to find Ironside Yarm." And they looked at me, they went, "Just died." And I went, "That saves me some trouble. Bye." Sorry for your loss.
Oh my God. Yeah, that was. Yeah. I'd heard about his death. I was just like, yeah, I like that guy. He was solid. It was
Brilliant story around.
Yeah, I don't really know any orcs now. I've spoken to Fal twice, and all he asked me for was money. So yes,
I personally know 2 orcs. I don't actually know their full name because I can't remember, but I know they're Irontides, and I know that that the male of the 2 calls me Precious. Whenever he sees me, just calls me Precious, which I think is sweet.
That's
endearing.
adorable.
yeah, that's cute.
Have you seen Fal's salary? Yeah, it was the reparations thing that someone owes, and every time I saw him, he came up to ask me for it. I was like, I'll ask them, but I haven't got it. It's I just know the Oathright guys. Every time I hear a new story from Empire, my perception of it gets wilder. Yeah, a lot happens. It's when you hear it from all of these perspectives, your mind gets blown because so much happens. So you've got the Borzet here as well. That's Artemis. So she pretty much runs the Apothecaries Guild. Let's be honest here. So Mike, I know we were all waiting for you to go and join the Apothecaries Guild. Because I remember mentioning it to people before. It's like, oh yeah, I know you'll get this guy come and join you. But no, you're too busy looking for porn.
To be honest, I went to the Apothecaries Guild and then I spoke to one of the guys there. I didn't speak to the woman that has been on stream before. But I got passed around. They were like, "Oh, go find an egregore," and then I was told to go find someone. It was really weird. I got passed around, and in the end, I was just like, "Okay, I'm just gonna go trade." But I'm sort of, because my character's backstory is that he's got amnesia. I'm still deciding whether I want to apprentice or whether my character would rather just go, "I'm just gonna learn it all myself."
Yeah.
Well, that's up to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never before have I had someone casually say to me, "And then I got kidnapped." Sounds interesting. I like that. But so okay, let's try to get this back on track and leave the orc smut where it is.
Or take it to the Eternal Library. Who knows?
Yeah. Oh god, I've still got to write my book.
There's a story.
I've got to write balls. That's literally the tale of my kids.
Excellent.
Yeah, I was taking the piss, and they've taken it seriously and have asked me to write it. So,
Oh wow.
Oh, you met the Heralds, did you?
Yeah. Yep. So I have to write it now.
Brilliant. I also met the Heralds on Saturday.
They were great.
So for context, to people that don't know, that aren't aware of this, Saturday evening, and I'll just give Saturday evening, some Heralds of Falaron, who's a Day Eternal that is basically also one and the same of the Eternal Library. Their goal is to basically collect all literature ever. These Heralds came around the field. I was just sat having a chat, talking about my friend that had died, and they're like, "Hello, do any of you have any what you mortals call top shelf material?" And we're like, "Sorry." They were like, "Well, do you see the Eternal Library is full of engineering manuals and legal books, and we want something a little different." I went, "Right, I have some friends I'd like you to meet." And so there is a naughty song that Mercy has written for his friend Dagmar of Ashenhall, and I debuted it on Friday evening, and honestly, Dagmar's face was like a ray of sunshine the entire time I was singing. So I couldn't play the chords, but Tarek was there. I was like, "Tarek, here's the chords." He went, "Sure, no problem." And so we're literally like there, collabed. I did this song, and she turned to me, she went, only you could get away with that." I went, yes, indeed. But Dagmar is known as Dagmar of the Lewd Parchments, because she produces lewd parchments. So I was like, "Take you to my friend Dagmar." But basically, these heralds were going around the field on Saturday night, picking up, not picking up. They weren't collecting anything at that point. They were collecting names to go and see, to go and meet Falaron at a conjunction at the next summit. So it's potential that I might meet a Day Eternal at E2 because of that.
That's cool.
Oh right, okay. Well, I need to write this book then.
You do.
But then again, I might not, just to piss off the Eternal.
Did they take your name?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you might be meeting them too. The list wasn't that long.
No.
Oh, I want to get involved. I definitely need to do mine then.
But oh god, that's amazing. That's Oh no. So that'd be 4 Eternals I'm fucking with now.
Wait, which ones are you? Don't tell me you're not doing the Eleonaris thing, are you?
Oh. I'm not clued up on this. What am I missing?
So, Catherine Kane, I'm trying to sleep with her. Eleonaris, I beat the shit out of one of her heralds who threatened someone.
Oh, that's all right. You're not trying to become her suitor. That's okay then.
Oh no, I'm more. I've literally sent her a death threat.
That's all right then. You're good.
So I beat the crap out of a herald who threatened a friend, and she sent someone to go and beat him up. But I was there, and I beat up the herald, and then just said, "Yeah, way too weak. Send someone better next time," and then just sent them packing.
Brilliant.
And then I've got the Iron Duke as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I might not survive that at the way it's going.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's a conjunction for 2, but it's just me going at the moment. It's now a conjunction for 1, so I'm going off on a really horrible, dangerous place on my own.
On your ones.
On my own.
Hell of a tale to tell when you get back though. If you get back.
That's kind of the point.
Yeah.
Right, of the challenge.
Yeah, it's gonna be dangerous. So it's gonna be one heck of a mockery for you to meet Falaron. They took my name too. Oh, Curtis, that's gonna be awesome. You're gonna die. I didn't realise.
It's gonna be such a.
Yeah, Gorka. There is a market for old timey erotic fiction, but it's got to be really cheesy.
Oh yeah, it has to be. It has to be.
Has to be.
So on the nose.
Yeah. It really does. But yeah, it's great. Nothing like too graphic or anything. Just really like corny and cheesy. Like when they describe Bronn as distinctly average. So yeah,
marvelous.
I loved that bit. When he read it out to the people, he didn't read that bit out though. He omitted the distinctly average. Bit,
you wouldn't, would you?
What's happened to Max Lover? Which one? It's Eternals now. I'm going up in the world. It's just Eternals. But yeah, okay. So let's move away from smut and all of that. Let's let's move on. Okay. So how did you find that? So oh yeah, Grim. I don't know if he's coming back. We don't know at the moment. He hasn't made a decision yet. So, how did you find the performing? Because I know you were bigging yourself up. It was in your mind.
So, I mean, losing your voice isn't good on a normal day, let alone a weekend where you want to be singing a lot. But it was really interesting. So, I'm kind of glad in a way that I lost my voice. Otherwise, I probably would have pushed myself too far because I got really busy, involved in a lot of other stuff that wasn't performing, which threw me that I got involved in so much other stuff.
Yeah.
But when so Friday night, I performed at I performed a very mellow background set at the Vexiel's tent. So House Vexiel in Dawn, who are cool. I like them. And then I kind of like wandered over to Ashen Hall, did a couple of songs there. It was really nice actually because it was inside their yurt. So I did my performance, and then Tarek did a song, and then I did a song, and then Tarek did a song, and then Pud's other half, Malhan, did a number. And I was just washed away. And in the middle of all of that, someone rushed in and was like, "We need to bash this guy's brains open and do a ritual on him." So there's a performance involved, and that was really nice because it was a nice intimate setting. Then I was like, I'm gonna rock over to Songs and Stories. Rocked over to Songs and Stories, and I mean, you just sit there and you're blown away by the talent, because everyone was phenomenal. Everyone was really great. I can't remember much because by that point I'd had a little bit to drink, and also so the Basilisk Brewer in Highguard has made me a personal commission.
No, I'm not a rabbit. I'm just
So you made me this personal commission, and it's possibly about 50%. And that's all I had to drink. I was sat around the fire pit, and I was like, well, this is all I got to drink, and I need liquid. So that wasn't so great. But then I did a number. I did a really, really like upbeat number. People really loved that. And then I was like, hang on a second. What's this? My voice has dropped about a fifth. I can't sing at my normal pitch. Oh no. And then I went up and did like a big call and response number that I planned. And I feel like it went slightly underwhelmingly. But I think the reason that was that I had to do it so low, it just lacked the energy. Then by the time I went the following night to Songs and Stories, I went, hi, I have in-character reasons why I need to sing you this song, but I cannot sing. I'm just gonna say you this song in poetry. But what I will say is that audiences at Anvil are so receptive. Like you could be the kind of like the most performance shy, stage frightened person in the world, and everyone's got so much patience for you. And there's a lot to be said to Idwin and Sparrow and anyone else that kind of leads the Songs and Stories circle in particular. But that crowd is just there because everyone, like, the thing is, it's so dark. If you want to walk away, you can walk away and not seem embarrassing, because everyone there wants to be there and wants to hear what you've got to do. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. But because I really enjoyed it, because I lost my voice, I've gone right. New plan. We're not screaming in battles. We're only singing in battles. We're taking antihistamines. I've bought now 2 tankards so I can have water at all times, and a spare water skin, so that I can basically save my voice and then do a load of performance at E2. So I've already organised with Wise Guys that I can do a little concert at Wise Guys. I have made plans. I see plans with other bards about doing some things, and I really want to get. I want Event 2 to be at the time where Mercy starts making a name for himself as a performer, because I didn't get a chance to do that. A name for. I'll get back to that, but yeah, it was really great fun.
Did you enter the competition at Wise Guys?
I did not, because what was I doing then? I was doing 2 things. I was doing something. Well, I was preparing to face up to someone in Conclave, shall we say, and I was also trying to find Kalen, and or find out that he had passed away, and also I had no intention of doing it past the point that my voice was gone.
Yeah, it's there's a lot of stuff that goes on. You suddenly find that you're inundated with things to do. I mean, that was the busiest event I've ever had.
Yeah, so. Do you know what? That's you're not the only person that said that. A lot of vets, a lot of people that have been there since E1 year 1 as well have been like, yeah, this is ridiculous. I don't know why it was like this, but I guess it was felt like this because everyone's had 2 years worth of energy. Yeah. Where they're all preparing stuff. Everyone's like, come and do my thing, and you're like, I want to do all the things, and you try.
Yeah.
And you don't.
I mean, my big thing was I needed to go to the Orcs. I still haven't been to the Orcs. In like ever. So I have to make a proper effort to change that at next event.
Yeah.
34 days until E2. Thank you, John.
I can handle that.
The new role of Guild Mistress made me busy. So yes, I'd heard that she had taken that role over. So Liam, yes, you need to do this. So Liam. Oh, actually, first of all, so Ria, thank you for subbing 2 months. That's awesome, and thanks for the bits, Tiny. Just Tiny. I hear you keep on. I heard in another Discord he keeps on having his name changed to Tiny, and he keeps changing it back.
Oh, is that little Lorenzo?
Yeah, because Bolin was out yesterday as well, and he was telling us this. It was so funny. So, Liam, you got in character. And what was the first thing you did? Because obviously you were there essentially solo. You had no plans. Yeah. You had nothing, no hooks or anything to drag you into stuff or to get you involved with people and that.
Well, I mean, I was lucky in the fact that a while before the event, I put on Facebook like I'm new. If anyone has any halls that I could possibly, hang around with, I'd be happy to if they'd have me. And I had cat, a Topaz cat. She's in chat. She runs New Osland. She's the
Yeah.
Thane of New Osland, and I was saying to her today, like, I was so lucky to have that connection because I was there so much, and I met a lot of people through being at the hall. And I was saying like I would have been lost if I didn't have somewhere to come back to. I don't know what
Yeah.
I would have done. But yeah, and I met so many great people. Like, and coming back to the song and stories, through all the experiences I had through E1 and all the the various virtues showed to me, I've decided that I'm gonna perform a short story at Song and Stories
Wow.
about the hall,
Yeah.
and about like
Nice.
these are all the virtues I've showed, and I'm gonna like plan to end it on like, and I will be like showing loyalty to follow my hall to the end of days, that sort of thing.
That's cool.
That's really cool.
Yeah, and like I have a whole like thing around Song and Stories because like I resonate so much with music. Like I don't sing in that, but I love music in general.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
after your 2 feet performance, or what happened at the 2 feet, I won't go too much into it. But what happened at 2 feet, the song afterwards, I was sitting there with tears running down my eyes, like this is amazing. I can't believe I'm finally here, and like just living in the moment, but so emotional at the same time.
Yeah.
That's
But
amazing.
yeah, like. So that was like, and everyone is so nice. Like it took me by shock. Like I'm from East London. I'm not used to that type of kindness. like, um, so
Oh
like,
god.
oh, literally one of the nights. So Thursday I didn't get the best sleep.
Yeah.
And then Friday my mental health sort of took a big impact due to the fact that I was super
Yeah.
tired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, but Saturday like it was so cold as well, and I didn't. My one regret about the event and prepping for the event is that I didn't invest in a cloak, and I thought I'll just get a cotton one from Epic Armory, it'll be fine. I was freezing the whole event.
You should have
Um,
said. We could have done something.
I didn't think to even say anything, but yeah, so I got one, and I realized after, again, I was saying it tonight in the hall chat, like, someone from the recording was saying, didn't someone from the team get a throw-on wool cloak for like £20?
Yep.
Yeah, and I realized only after the event, I was like, I should have asked about that to get a better cloak.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's.
Yeah,
I had a little bit of inkling. It was like early March, and I was like, April's gonna be cold, isn't it? Because it was cold in March, and I was like, if it's this cold now, it's gonna be this cold in a month's time.
Hmm.
So I bought myself. I thought I could. I don't have. It's tucked up in a bag. I'd get it out otherwise because it's quite fancy. But I thought I could buy something off the shelf for 70 quid, and be sorted, or I could painstakingly, for 70 quid's worth of material, make one myself, with a lovely little double capelet. So I did, and honestly, if you can find someone to commission you, I can even give them the pattern. But if you can find someone to commission you this particular style of cloak, because it's got 2 capelets, your shoulders are like constantly warm, and if your shoulders are warm, the rest of you's fine.
Okay.
So yeah, but yeah, a wall cloak is a bit. It was the thing I was most grateful for, I think. For having that.
I had 2 spare cloaks with me.
Oh.
I mean, I was lucky on, I think it was
So-
Saturday night.
So
think it was
Liam, no
Saturday night.
excuses next time. Just none whatsoever.
Yeah. Like, I think Saturday night it was either Saturday or Sunday. No, I think it was Saturday, not Sunday. I had 2 blankets, a sheepskin on me on the chair, sitting next to the fire pit, and I was still shivering. I was like, I need to go back to my tent because I'm so cold. And then this random guy, I didn't even ask his name, but he was literally, it was amazing. He came out of nowhere and he's like, sits down, starts telling stories by the fire, and I'm like, yeah, I'm really loving this fire, but I'm literally shivering. And he's like, do you want? I've got like a massive fur blanket. Do you want that? He puts it on me, instant warmth, and I'm just there like, yes.
Yeah.
And he's like,
It's really good.
he was so nice. He's like,
I have to read this. I have to read this out because there's some lovely points here. So music controls us. Honestly, that was the thing I wasn't prepared for. Just how nice, helpful, and accommodating people were. There were only a couple of times where it was obvious that people were meeting with friends and friends and didn't want to be disturbed. Yeah, I mean, everyone helped. Like Liam's with the blanket and stuff like that. And it's something that I know I've talked about in streams constantly. Everyone is friendly. Everyone will help. And it's just like, I know that everybody went, yeah, but you're just saying that because you want us to like come to the game and want us to like support you and do this the subbing thing and all of that sort of stuff. And then you get that, it's just like, I fucking told you. Did you listen to me? No, you did not. But yeah, it's there. Everyone helps. Everyone is genuinely so wonderful.
It was so windy on the Thursday. We were putting up our big 2-pole tent, and the wind just kind of like caught us like a sail. Someone like started putting up their own like bell tent, and we were like, "Can you help?" They were like already on their way over, and they grabbed a pole, and we like, it was like being on a ship. It was great. Yeah. Everyone's amazing.
Oh yeah, definitely. It was, everything was just was phenomenal. Curtis missed both song and stories. That sucks, man. But hey, you got to come and sit with me by a fire one evening when everyone had gone to bed, which was cool. It was nice to see you actually out of character, to be honest. You're a Steiner, a rectangle with some trim, bish bash bosh. Ryan has a point there. He's even offered to trim it for you, Liam.
Oh, nice.
So, Jazz, I went to bed early as it was so cold. I had so many layers on. Did many people see Jasmine in her Varushkan get up?
I think I walked past her, yeah, but it was less of a walked past. It was I need to go to this place to get this thing done.
Yeah, she looked amazing, absolutely incredible.
Really, really good. Yeah.
Yeah. Made me so jealous. Can someone please post a link to an example of a good cloak? It's all dependent on what you want. There's loads. There's loads out there. Ask in the Discord, Rosemary. She's just like the fountain of knowledge when it comes to everything. So yeah, really worth. Ask Rosemary because she'll have all the links and everything for it as well. So yeah, So the event the event wasn't cold. It was the wind. That was what was real. That was the wind chill. That's what really did it in. But Wintermark, we were in a wind funnel, so the wind was there. But when you got to the marketplace and that sort of area, there was no wind whatsoever. It was weird.
That main channel towards OC camping that you had coming right down, that was the worst.
Yeah, I was at, if you went left of Wintermark to the outer camping and then up on top of the hill, I was on top of that hill out of character camping. My tent was rustling the whole night.
Yeah. So we've got in our group Biscuit, who's in chat, brand new player, and I'm trying to help him with some stuff, and I found him a wonderful Suak looking jacket that I sent him from Vinted. It's a tenner.
Oh wow!
And those things, now I've said that, Biscuit, go and buy it now, because if you don't, someone here will. They keep you so warm. The Suak are the warmest in the field, I reckon, by an absolute mile. So toasty. All for everything that they've got. It's insane. But it's in the cart as we speak. Nice. Good lad. That's what we want to hear. But yeah, the wind was cold, but this just shows where I've said to everybody, you need the layers, you need cloak, you need to look after yourself, you need to make sure that you are going to be warm, otherwise you'll have a miserable time. But it's weird because this event, the weather doesn't seem to have affected anybody's enjoyment of the game at all.
No.
I have not heard one player yet say, I had a shit event. Not one.
No. Even for myself, although like I was really cold, I was still like so immersed. Like even the initial shock. Like one of the things I want to mention though is seeing streamers and online content creators in the field, just either in character or just walking around. It's just different, and it's like you're also here to have a good time. Like it's so nice to see you. I think the
I mean, I know it's
Exactly, and, like-
intimidating seeing someone like me in the field. And
The scariest man that ever there was. I mean, to be fair, I've not met Mac, and if Mercy meets Mac, Mercy will probably break.
Wait, I think I met.
Mac's a teddy
think
bear
I
with a
exchanged a
hammer.
few words with Mac and got like a death stare by saying like sorry for your loss, and he gave me a death stare. I was like, I'm gonna go now, bye.
Yeah, yeah. Well, when I sang the song at Song and Stories and we picked him up, someone came over and went, I'm his friend, I'll carry him.
Ooh.
And I know half of Song and Story turned to look at me because I screamed in this person's face, "Oh, my fucking brother!" And it's just sort of like, okay. And they just it's just like, yeah. But it was great. Do you wear a war kilt? I'm sure I saw you pop your head into the tavern the Thursday night. Almost said hi, but you look busy. Yeah, I do. I wear, the kilt is the underlayer, but my skirt sort of moves around. I'm remaking my entire skirt for the next event. I wonder if, I'd say for people who know the Discord, I was wondering how many people noticed the extra name on my war skirt name, because it's covered in family names, but there's a name that I've made bigger and it's right at the bottom. It sort of takes pride of place of George. So because George obviously a member of the Discord who we lost last year through cancer.
Oh yeah.
And so yeah, his name actually is pride of place now on my war skirt, because I wanted to remember him in that way at a game that he was never able to come to. But yeah, so I have to make sure that we keep all of that sort of the stuff going, because we're all family at the end of the day. We're all community, we're all family. And yeah, it's that sort of stuff is it was great. I appreciate I saw so many people from Discord, but it's all gone. It's all moved.
No, so many people from Discord had no IC reason to talk to them.
Yeah, people didn't care, I noticed. After a while, it would just became.
Had someone. It was a brilliant instance where someone was running up to me. The person that started the whole "we think Caleb might be dead" thing. Like ran to me. Mercy, I went, "Who are you?
Yeah,
we've never met before."
I had a really nice moment with a new player who I don't know their name. I don't know their Discord or anything like that, but. I was walking along the market. I know I said this on Digby's as well, and we just sort of made eye contact, and he was like, "Oh," like that, but we didn't say anything. We just sort of like a little low five as we walked past, and that was it. That was the entire connection, and I was just like, that was something. That was really a nice little moment for me. That was.
I almost got a wisdom anointing from Kyle. And we honestly are like ships that pass in the night. A player event I've seen him at, no reason to speak to him.
Yeah.
Like 5 minutes. We'd been there 5 minutes later. He'd have told me off about a lot of things.
So I want to go back to Liam because I know that you obviously have found a hall. So how did you actually find the hall? How did that all happen for you? Because I want to get out to people that it's this is a thing of. You can go solo, and you've done all, and you do all of that. So how did you find that in the field?
So basically, it was more social media first, and it was Facebook. So I put on Facebook like saying like, could I hang around any halls, like join the fire and stuff? Because I know you've mentioned a lot on stream. Like you can go to fires and say, look, can I have a seat? I'm new to Anvil.
Yeah.
So I basically put that post up, and again, Topaz Cat online. She is great. She runs New Osland, which is a new player friendly, and I know a lot of halls are. So, well, as far as I know, but she is very much getting new players that are in Windsmark. I don't know if you can have from other places, but I'm assuming Windsmark. Getting as many as possible if they want to join. Then yeah. And because obviously, like I have anxiety, so I was like, do you know what? I want to talk to you for a while, so I know what I'm getting myself into. Join the hall or something. And yeah, like as soon as I was in character, like we're just bouncing. Everyone's bouncing off each other, like good vibes, everything. It was amazing. And it really put my mind at ease as well, because like shock of being in character hit me, and I was like, even by Saturday afternoon, I was like, I'm here. I'm at Anvil, you know, like I'm here.
Yeah.
But having a base, a place to go back to, whether it's a hall or a few friends that you've been talking to on Discord, helps so much.
Yeah.
Especially if you have anxiety, it can help
Yeah.
so much.
Because
Yeah,
I
for sure.
want to add to that because I've known Liam a while now. Me and Liam have spoken quite a lot. You're going to say a few things, Liam. I hope you don't mind me saying this. So, me and Liam are very similar in a way. Like our anxieties, they take over, and
Yeah.
for me, I find that it's a very much a. I think everyone hates me if I'm having a lone point, and I just don't want to be around people, and it just knocks me for six.
Yeah.
We've got to go D&D, so we'll catch up. Rest on YouTube. Take care, daughter. See you
Bye, Liv.
later. Bye. So I've had a few conversation with Dad, with Liam, where I'm trying to talk him out of a funk because I know
Yeah.
what it is to be in that sort of thing. So Jazz is saying the anxiety of being on my own was pretty bad. I was placed on the furthest point of Varushka, so not near anyone. Sorted it now though.
Ooh.
Good.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
So I was genuine out of character. Steve was very, very concerned. So I did keep an eye on Liam a little bit. I did wander.
I didn't know that. But
I
that's
did
good.
wander around. No, I mean, like where I used to work, they called me the chubby ninja. So, 'cause, yeah, I could sneak up on everybody. But I was able to just sort of like walk past and stuff like that. So you had no reason to notice me, so you
Yeah.
wouldn't notice
Yeah.
me. And it was so nice to see a few occasions with you and the Thane having one like really nice conversations, and then it was just it was really good to see. And so I think by like Friday afternoon I stopped because I was just
Yeah.
like, no, you've found your place. I know
Literally.
that you're all right. So because I was worried that you'd struggle and your anxiety would take over and you'd just
Yeah.
sit in your tent, and I didn't
Yeah.
want that for you. I really didn't want that for you, and so I wanted to try to offer a bit of support. I didn't need it. I didn't need to do it. I've had a fucking. I broke at one point, and I went and sat in my tent. I just had to be away from
Yeah.
everybody.
I mean, Friday night, because like, obviously I said I didn't get sleep, but one of the things which like actually solidified, because I always have that thing, especially with my BPD, that I'm like, you know, again, like you said, where you feel people are against you, people don't like you. I get like that with my BPD, and so Friday night I took off, and I was like, look, I'm gonna come back, and then my mental health dipped, and I was like, I'm just gonna go back to my tent. And obviously, one of the things with my character is at night, I have quite an identifiable features, which is I have these massive potion bottles that light up. So I've got like purple, green, blue, and I use it as like they're fireflies. So and I went back to my tent. I was like, look, I'm gonna get some food from Moorish. I'm gonna head back to my tent and go to bed. And as I'm on my way back from Moorish, I see Kat and Emily and they're like, oh, we've been looking for you, we're making sure you're okay because you didn't come back. And I was like, I'm so sorry. Like what had happened was I'd done my knee going up to trek to my tent, and I was like, I'm not going to be able to make it all the way back in character to my tent. I'll get food on it. But like knowing that they had checked up on me, I was like, look, I'm sorry I didn't tell you, but I'm not doing too well, but thank you. Like gave them a hug and that, and it was amazing. But yeah, like everyone is super nice. My anxiety is literally like relieved, and
Yeah.
also now like, by Saturday afternoon, I was like to Karina, I see name. I was like, I do want to join this hall, and I'm gonna join at E2 at the next summit. She was like
Yeah, I
super
love that.
happy.
That's cool.
But
It's,
yeah, so
I have to admit, I like the Thane a lot.
she's amazing.
Oh, 16 months, Pete, you crazy bastard. And have a good evening at work, bud. Yeah, I've got a lot of time for that Thane. Because she was stood there when Inga introduced me as her father. So I'm assuming there had been conversations in the hall about me, about
Yeah,
Inga's dad. And then all of a sudden I turn up, and I don't know. I felt like it's like it was like I didn't want to be like overprotective and stuff like that, and I was just like, yeah. And I was just having a nice little conversation, and she was just like, I got the distinct impression she wanted to tell me off as well, as like a protective mum character. I was just like, okay. I was like, and I was really glad she did, because I was just like, I want to come over and see your hall a lot, and I want to be around. But
don't want to have
yeah, and so if the Thane hates me, it's going to make things a bit difficult.
You can't really do that.
Yeah.
we'll have to get you too, like, yeah.
Do you know what? I discovered that whole I'm on the wrong end of that in a bad situation.
Oh,
the whole I want to go to a place, but I can't be there. But there are reasons.
Yeah. It's difficult to find in character reasons for stuff, because I've just seen what Curtis has just put in there. Hitting my turn a bit as my back and head were killing me. Didn't even have a drink. I'm sorry. But yeah, it's if you want to talk to someone. So like for Nathair there, ask about the tattoos, or the stuff, the decoration stuff hanging from their belt. Snakes like talking. Nagas love a little bit of a chinwag. It's what they're there for.
Mate,
it's what Curtis was brought on this planet for.
That Naga terrified me. That's all I'm saying. That Naga absolutely terrified me to the bone, man.
Shaman is a legend. So that's Tony. He is an amazing role player, and I have had some of the best interactions with him, and he is fantastic. He has read my Skyne twice.
Okay.
And I need to go and tell him a story. Karina is amazing. IRL best mate here. Both of us had a tough first event with getting involved in Wintermark stuff, and now we don't want anyone to feel like that. So our fire is always open for anyone to visit. That is phenomenal to hear. That's the sort of stuff that I love to hear. I love to hear about people's new stories. I like to hear about the positivity, the wholesomeness of people's first times. That hall, I've heard nothing bad about. So you're doing a phenomenal job, all of you.
Just to echo on that, we actually, I think it was Thursday, there was 3 new players. I don't know their actual names, but it's Taurus, Amma, Thera, and I can't remember the guy's name, but he's like a Stormcrow. And they didn't have, like, when speaking to them, they didn't know what they were to do in character. They didn't know where they were going to go. And Karina was just like, come sit at our fire. We can have a chat. And then, like, literally by Friday, Amma was, like, out trading with me, like, and that helped me trade. So now I owe her money for helping me trade, you know, like, it's literally,
That's really cool.
Yeah,
I feel like it must be difficult because Wintermark is a LARP within itself.
Yeah,
it must be difficult to feel that, find your way to kind of a sense of importance or a sense of doing something significant. So having those people there, it must be really, really useful.
Yeah. You got Maelstrom there as well. The Ambercast. I heard lots of good things about them as well. Because obviously my good friend Justin is part of them now as well, and I really enjoyed the fact, I think it was the Friday night, hearing him singing in character. I was in Wintermark at the time, but I could hear him singing from Navarre, because I think everyone in the field could hear him singing. The Chapter Scions of Ravensfell and Highguards, fire is always open. That's cool. It's really nice to have these sorts of really friendly places and stuff, because I think it's easy to say, go along to anyone's fire and say, can I sit down for 5? But then you could hear him singing from God. Curtis, Jesus. So it's really nice to have those. But I think it might be worth putting out, look, these people are especially dedicated and focused to helping new players get settled. Then I think that might be something worth putting out as well, actually, just to say, go here.
Do you know what? It's funny because something we talked about out of character since E1 in Dawn is that Dawn felt a bit shut off at
It was.
E1, because multiple reasons. People weren't there because they were elsewhere doing business and politics. No one really had fires because we have our tents facing the Glory Square and there's nowhere to really put a fire. And we had to close all our tents, otherwise the wind would get through and we'd freeze to death inside. Which was really upsetting because it meant that I spent my E1 not really feeling very Dawnish in a sense.
Yeah.
Until I got like literally, I got made an example of in the Glory Square on the Sunday, and that was the moment. Literally like 2 hours. Yeah. 2 hours before the end of time in, and I finally felt Dawnish.
That's I went into Dawn at the beginning of the game because I was at the Wintermark Moot, and
it was pretty Dawnish then as well.
Well, I got bored in Wintermark, so I went off to Dawn to go and find people to chat to, but they were having meetings and stuff. And
there was a lot of meetings.
Yeah, they were very much. They're all busy, so you can leave.
Yeah.
And I was just like, you can tell me to leave in the Glory Hole if you want. Sorry, Glory Square if you want. And sorry, that was a genuine slip of the tongue. It was. I say it in character. I will always say it out of character. I'm making a conscious effort to not say it. So I was like, we can go and have a chat in the Glory Square if you want. And they were like,
nope.
It's like this is my first time to Anvil. It's like, what does that mean? I was like, it means I'm going to kick the shit out of you. And they're like, it's like, oh no. It's just like, that wasn't meant in a bad way. It's like, I'm really sorry. And it's like, yeah, damn fucking right, you're sorry. I wandered off.
To be fair, it really was like the first 2 hours of being in Dawn was everyone's having really important councils and nothing's happening.
Yeah, that was it. And all right, so the High Guard place, they're next to the Sentinel Gate for new players there by the hospital and Sentinel Gate, so that's worth going to. Yeah, the Reapers in League, very very friendly people. So Tiny, Balin, they are great people.
Is that the Crimson Reapers?
Yes, yeah. They are great people, really, really good people. I loved my roleplay with them, and obviously out drinking with one of them last night as well. But yeah, so I got chatting to a young lad in Dawn. He was there wandering around. He looked a bit lost.
Yeah.
And so I wandered over and was just sort of like, you're right. Trying to be as friendly as I could. I mean, there was a reason to talk to him. He looked lost, so he's sort of going. He's just like, "Hi, you okay?" He's just like, "I have no clue what I'm doing here." I was just like, "What?
Yeah.
In Dawn?" It's like I could explain your mistakes, but would be here for a while. So all in character. This was all in character. Yeah, and then Enchantress sort of wandered over. It's like, "Did you just insult Dawn?" It's just like, "Yes, but I'm talking to this person, not you." He's like, I don't know how to respond to this. It's like I don't care. So basically we wandered around, and he just said, it was just sort of like, everyone's in meetings, everyone's really really busy. I want to find out about this. So I walked over to one of the meetings and I just said, this is the this you're all talking about. He's going to become a general, right? And they were like, the general chat in the middle, yeah. So I interrupted it quite a lot. And I was talking to a few people on the outside, and I had this young lad with me, and I just said he wants to get involved in military stuff. I say, have you got an adjutant here or anyone you can talk to him about it, or and take him under their wing? It's like four people were immediately. Oh, is he new? Yep.
Cool.
Gone.
Yeah.
And I wandered off.
That is one great thing, is that as soon as Dawnish people know that you're new, everyone wants you, because everyone needs more bodies in Dawn. Not least more Yo-folk, because everyone needs more people to do stuff for them. But Steve, your face when I said that I got made an example of looked like you want that story.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I want to hear this.
Okay. Right, I need to be careful. I need to be careful about how much in character knowledge I
If it's going to affect your game.
It won't. Because
or anything like that, or it'll affect other people's games or something like that. Then let's leave that as a find out in play stuff. But give us the basic. So, give us a very basic rundown.
Long and short of it is, a house that my house is close with. I said some things to one of their lords in conclave, and basically it was very undawnish and backstabby of me, which makes sense because Mercy grew up in the League, and basically like this whole house and even my own Earl were like mad as all heck at Mercy, for having done this and the way that I'd acted. And then Sunday we monstered, and then we came back, and I put all my clothes on. And I walked out the tent because I knew I was going to have to go and speak to them about it, because this happened on Saturday night, and then I went off and did my own thing. So I knew that was the first thing in play Sunday that I was going to have to do, is like iron this out. And actually, I put my clothes on, and their Earl had come in the tent, and I explained everything. He was like, I completely understand why you did what you did. I just don't think how you did it was the right thing. I was like, okay. Well, thank you. And he went off, and then I walked out the tent, and I realised that I left my sword in the tent. I was like, I need to go back. I need to go back and grab my sword. As one of their knight errants is walking towards me, he was like, I need to go and grab my sword a sec. He's like, yeah, sure, cool, no worries. And I think my Earl wants to see this as well, because what I'd seen was the guy that I'd insulted, sat on a throne in the middle of the glory square with his staff like this, like looking at me. And we walked back into my tent, and I girded up a little bit, and I put a bracer on, and I had my sword, and my Earl came out, and this knight errant that come with me, he looked at me, he goes, right, he said, are you okay with physical roleplay? I went, absolutely. He said, okay, I'm gonna throw you out this tent now. I went, let's go for it. And he pushes me, and I fall out of this tent. But bear in mind, the tent door was closed, so I just burst out of this tent into the middle of a main road. My flower crown falls off. I roll on the floor. And there are these nobles walking up, and they're like, what's going on? And then he drags me into the glory square, and this guy stands up with a spear. He just walks at me. He just goes impale instantly on the floor on my back, and he's giving me a massive grilling. He said, do you feel that? I went, yeah. He went, that's what it feels like to be stabbed from the front. Do that next time. I went, okay. And then he swift healed me, got me back up. But it was the most Dawnish thing, and I was like, yeah, okay, no, I feel it now. That is so peak Dawn. But yeah, I got my ass handed to me, and I loved it.
Brilliant.
That's mad.
That's
I can't
awesome.
wait to have some heavy roleplay like that. I'm proper because obviously, out of character, I used to be an actor. I'm so down for that type of thing.
I think with you're in a interesting position then, because obviously where me and Beth are going to have some fairly intense roleplay. So I want to say something very quickly to that as well. It's great that they asked you for permission for the physical roleplay, because obviously during the battle I wasn't asked, and someone just grabbed me and started shoving me around.
Yeah, that's
and I was sort of I'm not happy with this. So yeah, always ask for permission to do
it was
anything
really
like
good.
that. But so that's phenomenal. I like that.
Yeah. I will say as well, just in case there are newer players who might be scared of, that's a really conflict heavy. Yeah, it was really conflict heavy, and I did wake up Sunday morning going, oh my god, I've ruined people's game. It's gonna be awful because of what I'd done. But because I knew these guys out of character anyway, I walked up to them after the whole thing. I was like, we're all cool, right?
Yeah.
And I everyone was just turned around and gone, that was just such game creating. Well done, excellent, good work. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah. It's the nervousness of it. You look at everything that's going on and you think, oh my god, have I ruined something? Have I done something
it wrong?
Have I pissed people off? Have I upset someone here? It's it's not happening to people around you. It's happening to you and these people, and they know. Everyone around is going to assume that everything is on the level, and that has created that. So you never know. Someone has gone, oh, I watched this fight happen. They got home, and that was the first thing that they said to someone. So I watched this happen. This was awesome, and that. So it's I was part of a bar fight in early Empire.
Oh yeah.
And that. So yeah, cool. we had sugar glass and stuff like that. So I had someone bottle me, and we had things like that. They won't allow it. It's not going to allow to happen anymore.
Oh shit.
Yeah. But it was great, and fun. I like that sort of side of things. If it was all set up, it was when Mac left the Navarre to go to Wintermark. Justin, who. So for people who haven't seen Justin, Justin is like 9 foot tall. He is a mountain
He just
of
keeps
a man.
going.
He just doesn't. Yeah, he just keeps on growing. He is a
Was
very
it the-
intimidating individual.
Was this the guy in the Song of Stories bit?
Not with me. No, that's Kit.
Ah, right, okay.
Kit's tall. Justin's bigger.
Justin's
Okay.
now a changeling. He's got antlers.
Yeah.
And his new character is. I like his new character.
Yeah.
I've barely met his new character, but I know I like it.
Yeah. He
Does he wear the sort of plated? It's like brown plated stuff.
Lamela.
Armor.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe.
I think I saw him at the Song of Stories.
Yeah. He.
You can't miss him.
So he was he was Mac's uncle, and basically we had agreed that when he finds out that I'm leaving to go to Wintermark, we were gonna have a fight. We were gonna beat the hell out of each other. It would be obviously pull blows, but we were gonna fight. And I got there waiting for this, and he was holding a hallowed spear called the Pride Spear. So essentially, I told him, and he was just like, "I'm so proud of you for doing what you feel you have to do." And I was like, "I'm not expecting this. What?" So it's like, I'm here for a fight, Jay. I'm here for a fight, man. And he was just like, "No, I'm so proud of you." He gave me a hug, and he was just like, "Someone needs to take this spear off of me right now." And everyone was like, "No, no." It was great. It created a really different role play. But I can confirm that Justin has a foot tall tankard that is the scale for him. It's like carrying a bucket. Thank you, Panda. But yes, he's as a new player, having him in the striding was amazing. He's a font of LARP knowledge. Justin creates game wherever he goes. I absolutely adore that man. He is one of my favourite people on this earth, and I loved role playing with him. And it's like arguing with him in character is hilarious, and then having like his death as Kiatan, like the whisper through the black gate, was fantastic as well, because he's just there insulting me, and then. That was like everybody could hear. He could hear him insulting me, and then he sort of like came closer, and that's when he said some nice things. And I was just sort of like, "You're a bastard." I was like, "I'm not crying. You're crying. Leave me alone." Who's got onions here? And all of this sort of stuff. But yeah, love Justin to pieces. So for people out there, be around him, because he will create game for you. If he doesn't know you, he'll ask about you, and he'll draw it out of you. It's well worth it. But yeah, it's been so nice to hear like that people have had so much game, that people have got so involved, and I'm finding that the same problem with chatting to you two is that I found with Digby as well. We'd be here all night.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally.
We'd be here all night. Funny enough, I mean, I get a lot of ideas for streams and videos and stuff like that. So it's like I want to do the video of people record like a little 30 seconds. This is my favourite thing that happened to me. I need people to send me in stuff for that. I'll get that done.
I'll do it tomorrow.
Yes, do it. And you, Liam, as well. We need that. But maybe have like literally a big thing just of the Discord, just have like 30 people on. And everyone just take it in turns to tell stories.
Chatting. That'd be brilliant.
That would be.
I mean, it would go on for a day.
It would. Yeah. I'd happily leave that stream running, and I'd turn my camera off, and I could go off for a while, and then I go off, have dinner, and then come back.
I mean, to be fair, that wasn't even the best piece of thing that happened to me. That's the best point, is that sounded like that story is incredible. What was more incredible was what happened to me Friday night, but I'm not talking about that unless I'm in a public space. I'm not talking about that in a public space. Let's just say Mercy isn't allowed back in the marches anytime soon.
Do you know what? My best bit of game was actually a really small piece, and literally it was Sunday afternoon, late morning afternoon. I was sitting down and I was like, I really want to go trading to get rid of the rest of my stock. Trade the rest of my stock.
Yeah.
And one of the guys that was sitting near our campfire, we call him Hat Guy because he's literally got this massive witch hat. So we just call him Hat Guy. he,
Never
he,
bothered to learn his name.
literally, basically, he was like, "Oh, do you not want to go trade?" And I was like, "No, I need to. I want to get some more cash for for the next event." He goes, "Do you know what? How much have you got?" And he just bought all my stock, all that was
Oh,
left of my stock, and I was like, "I cannot thank you more." I mean, my stock was like, I had like 15 bags left, and it was only like 2 rings a bag. I was doing it quite cheap, to be fair.
yeah.
But it was the nicest thing, like, because it meant that I didn't have to go trading for the rest of the day. What we
Good.
had
That's
left.
so sweet.
So honestly, out of all the things, that was probably the best bit because I was like, "Look, thank you. I don't have to finish trading now because I'm done." So that was the best thing
And
for me.
Was
also,
it a
that means you don't have to
Varushkin?
walk the field again.
No, he was Wintermark.
He was Wintermark, was he?
Yeah, and he just said, "Yeah, look, I'll buy all your stock." So
That's cool. That's cool.
yeah.
There you go, Jazz. That's cool. Colin, Dave, what was the best thing that happened to you then?
The best thing that happened to me, really, was the thing is the best thing that happened to me I can't talk about. The second best thing that happened to me, I will say, was no, I can't talk about that either. Okay, the third best thing that happened to me was actually, again, it was a lovely little small moment of roleplay, and it goes back to what happened when I to bring this full circle, brought the Heralds to see Dagmar on Saturday night. It was quite late at night. It was like 10:30, maybe.
Yeah.
It was before that 11 o'clock skirmish, that late night skirmish with the whole redacted stuff that was going on. I basically got into the tent, was like, "Dagmar, these people want to see the funny stuff you draw," and I could see she was just so confused, didn't know what was going on, and was I could see was putting on this jovial, what Mercy knows as the jovial kind of attitude that Dagmar has, and then they kind of left. I was like, "Everything all right?" And there were tears welling in her eyes. I was like, "Well, one, this is an excellent role player. Two, basically they told me that they were about to go on this skirmish, and they were very, 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 very frightened." And I just went, "Okay, fine. I tell you what I'm gonna do." And I don't have any favors or a big thing. I pulled a favor out of my bag, and I said, "Bring this back to me." And at the moment where I said, "Bring this back to me alive," or I swear, I'm gonna pull you out of the labyrinth myself, sort of thing. It was one of those moments I was like, "Oh, this feels really cool." Yeah. It's one of those kind of bonds of friendship thing that you see in films and stuff, and it was that was one of the really cool moments that made me feel that I was there, that I'd made it.
Yeah. That's good. I will explain to you both now something that will happen over the next week or so to both of you.
Yeah.
The stories that you have told us tonight about being your best story, your favourite story, will change. It will change. Because you'll remember something else that's happened, because something will impact you in a different way, and you'll suddenly go, "Oh, that was a great story, but actually this was brilliant, and I love this at the moment. This is a great story."
Yeah.
It's
I mean,
it's already happened. Literally just there in that second, I went, "Oh, you should have talked about that, you dingus."
yeah, I mean, my roleplay wise, my favorite moment was going to Inga and telling her about the link between the 2 feet and her dad. That was my favorite RP moment.
How did you find out about that? I'm curious.
So basically, when the song and stories thing happened, performance happened,
Right.
I was like, you came in and was like, "We are the 2 feet. We have a tradition." I was like, character can string this together. So I went to Inga and I was like, "Okay, what was the initials on the letter you wrote? It was MTF, right?" And she's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "What if TF is 2 feet?" And she's like, "Oh wow." And I was like, "Yeah, it could be a family name." And then the rest is
I like that.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's good.
Really cool.
Oh,
That's really cool.
So yeah, I'm just an idiot then. Basically, I gave myself away. But
to be fair, I know she was I know in character she was mind boggled. I don't know who it is. How will I find them? So it was it was good to be able to be I can help you, you know.
Help you.
Yeah.
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 Helping people was like, if there was one best thing about E1 was actually being able to help someone achieve something. I did that a number of times. I'm not even going there.
No. Yeah, I think I've got. Yeah, I like I
So
say,
many stories.
I
to
had
tell.
I had such a busy event, and it's like some of the most. I mean, I could reel off a few tiny things that happened. Playing peekaboo with a toddler in the theatre. So he was under his dad's cloak, and he was just going like that, and we were literally, and I was literally just like glaring at this child who's like, boo. So it was like, boo. Like, it was like, ah! And that was it. That went on for felt like hours. I was done. They were giving me free drinks. I could have stayed there all day. So that was great. That was great. And then leaving and having this little kid just sort of give me a little hug and then go off. And I was just sort of like saying to the people who were working there, it's like, you will not tell anybody what you just saw. And then leaving. That was great. Tiny as well. He had a big impact on my event. So really loved my conversations with him, and he gave me a little gift at the end of the event, which I'm looking forward to using next event. So
Okay.
yeah, it was a ribbon, so it's a hallowed item that I've got. And,
Oh right. Okay.
yeah,
Nice.
and that's going to create some interesting roleplay for me, and I don't know how it's going to. Yeah, I'm going to be under a lot of roleplay effects next season, and I need to work out how they're all going to work together. So
I tell you what, you just go sit in a
Viewing
chamber
horror.
of delights. Sit in a chamber of delights for 15 minutes, you'll be fine.
well, I might end up killing the Chamber of Delights with these roleplay effects. I don't know.
No, because the chamber of delights. Oh yeah, because the chamber of delights will take the role playing effects off you temporarily.
Ah, okay. I might live there then.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I had so much fun stuff happened. Walking through the Brass Coast as well. This was like an OC moment, and seeing Pete, and seeing his camp all set up, and it was like, it looked good when I got there, and it was just like, yeah, this looks amazing. So looking at it from distance and seeing everybody over there just chilling and chatting, that was awesome. Abby's squirrel, that was insane. That was immense. I was just like, it's like, the squirrel might know. It's like, no, the squirrel's dead. It's like, oh,
Is
yeah,
this an
how his
actual
feet. It's like,
squirrel?
really? The squirrel was absolutely amazing.
It's an actual squirrel.
Yeah, it was a stuffed squirrel. It was great. It was really
I-
good. Abby's character is insane, and I loved every second of it. She was absolutely brilliant. Abby plays insane very well, I think, and I was just sort of like, oh, we could be related.
I was walking through Wintermark and this woman came by and she's like, bats for sale, and I was like, my head was on a swivel. I was like, what?
What?
Bats for sale?
Yep.
And I was like, I bought a bat. I was like, how much are they? And she's like, oh, a couple crowns. I was like, I have herbs. That's all I've got right now. And she's like, okay, I'll have a look. And then so I end up getting this rainbow bat, and I'm like,
Brilliant.
oh my god. But on my little, because the bag I've got has like little pouches where I can put potion bottles. I was like, I'm gonna put them right there. This is worth a trade of a potion bottle. And I walk up to my hall and I'm like, this is man, my Batman, if you will. Like, so now I went to, I think that was early Friday, and then Saturday I walk in, they're like, hey, where's man? And I'm like, oh, he's flying away. It's just flying on rest at the moment.
Yeah, I had a bat. I also had a pet rock as well. It was a rock with glitter on the top, and it had googly eyes on it, and it was called Granite.
Oh, wow.
You know, imaginative. I returned Granite to his people, so I put him down. There was a pile of rocks up near the Sentinel Gate, and I put Granite on the top of it as well. So it was like the king of rocks, and I really hope and pray a child saw it and just went, "Oh, I'll have that," because that was my intent. But because I went back the following day and it was gone. So I was just sort of like,
Definitely.
I really hope
Someone's
Granite
definitely taken that.
I hope Granite's been adopted by someone who will look after him. But
I tell you
yeah,
what,
there
I
was
talking about
loads of stuff like that.
talking about items we picked up, I traded 1-for-1 3 crystal mana for a golden apple, which is like summer viz, which counts as 3 crystal mana in a summer ritual. Transpire. So this golden apple came to me, and I loved it. I'll show you in a second what's happened to it.
They did. I watched a High Guard child find the rock.
Yes.
Nice. Yes. That's nice.
That's amazing. Oh.
So anyway, so this golden apple was a tangerine, right? The fizz rep for it was a tangerine, and this person looked at. Well, I was doing the trade, and so there was someone else sat nearby. And went, "You're not the first person that's had that tangerine." And the guy who was trading it was like, "Yeah, been through 4 people before it's been to me on the field. So this tangerine had been passed around and said, oh, it's staying with me." And it did stay with me until I got home. And for a week and a half afterwards, until I found it in my crystal mana bag.
Oh.
Like this.
Oh.
So, yeah, I gotta need to get a new card from PD.
Oh, yeah, that's... You might be able to give it a bit of a clean.
Maybe. It's a bit soggy. Certainly smells citrusy, but
Yeah.
I think as in terms of acquisitions, that's got to be the most anticlimactic.
It's up there. That's for sure. Oh god, yeah. I mean the best thing that's ever been hallowed or brought into the field was the party potato.
Yeah,
Is
absolutely.
that still around?
Yeah, it's still around. There's a LARP safe party potato. It's about that big. So I'm getting a new weapon next season.
Ooh,
Yeah.
fun.
So the person who I'd asked to make it while incredibly drunk on a Discord chat remembered at the event, and he said he's still got the design that I drew out, and he knows what he's going to do. So he made my hammer as well.
Excellent.
So I'm going to have 2 weapons that look like they've been made by children.
Brilliant.
And I couldn't be happier.
I'm non-com, but I still picked up a weapon,
Yeah.
and I got it. I can't remember who I got it from. It was the one next to Darkblade. But what I'd done is I was like, I'm gonna pick up a bone weapon, one that looks like bone, and because of my backstory that I'm into, like I document beasts and animals of Empire. I was like, I'm gonna get this weapon. Got it, and I was like, yeah. So I carved this weapon out of antler.
That's cool.
So I was like, yeah. Even on non-com, I
Nice.
used that. So
Yeah, I think Eldritch. I think that sounds like an Eldritch.
Yeah.
Eldritch.
But I done something else different, which I haven't seen many other people have. Which I got the sheath as a leg sheath. So literally,
cool.
when I pick up my leg, draw out this dagger.
Yeah.
I haven't seen anyone do that before, so I was like, okay, I'll get it.
Oh.
Yeah, well, yeah, Gorka, I will come to that one. I remember the chat from the Discord, so I was going to bring that up as the final thing. Bolum, the best Hallow was the hallowed deck of snap animal cards that made you want to fight your opponent. That's brilliant. So, as I just said, because we'll be going for hour and 40. So, weapons, basically, first timers, new players. It's basically for everyone. It's a nice sword. That's a very nice sword.
This I bought at E1.
So basically, obviously, barbarian coin.
Yeah.
To buy the weapons. It's basically always comes down to personal preference. So when I was taking Rebecca around to do the makeover video, I was picking up knives, and it was just like they looked like they were the same knife that were made by Darren, and I picked up 5 or 6. I was going through, it's like doesn't feel right, and I found one as I saw that's really, really nice, and then it became no, that doesn't bend quite right there, so I put it back, and there was one that bent a little bit more, and it's like, yeah, this is the perfect one. So it's it's the feel of it, the weight of it. Some people like weapons that are really light, and they can fling them around. Other people like weapons that have a bit of weight to them.
This is really well weighted.
So
that was me. I was weighted.
Yeah, I'm weighted as well.
I it was Mike who played Kalen, now plays Ingavar. I was like, Mike, I don't know anything about weapons. He went, well, go shopping. We went shopping on Friday. Must have gone around to every weapons vendor, and I tried like dozens and dozens. And I could feel like he was like, no, he's not getting it. He's not found it yet. And then we walked into light armories. And I picked up one. I went, ooh, this feels nice. I said, but it's a bit longer than I wanted it. And I tried it. I was like, oh, okay, we'll think about that. And I walked around and found one that was shorter, and the weight fitted perfectly. Hint, it's this sword. I was like, oh, okay, this is the one. But I'm going to put it back, and then I'm going to go look at all the other swords just in case. And like, we started walking. I was like, actually, Mike, I need to go find something else as well. Don't just need a sword. He stops me and goes, Dave. He said, what? He said, before we do anything else, he said, go back and buy that sword, because it was the one. Your eyes lit up. And it's when you feel that, I feel that then you've bought, like, in terms of buying your first weapon, because it's quite, I mean, it's cost me £60. And that is... that's not an insignificant purchase. You don't want to buy something you're not going to be happy having all the time. So this I can use for anything. It's quite neutral. So I like it.
It's like the weapons can go from it's all dependent on what you get. It's how many materials are used, how many hours they've put in to make them. So it all costs. It's like my mace is my mace that I've got from a regular props was the end of as an end of a run. So it was 6 inches shorter, because that's what he had left than everything else. I was just like, yeah, this is perfect, because I was using all the other ones exactly the same, and then he had this one, and he goes, yeah, I've got essentially the runt of the litter here, and I picked it up. I was like, yeah, this is perfect. This is actually the one, and he knocked like 10 quid off of it, so it's like 55 quid for this mace. And that, so the hammer that Rob Willits made for me cost me 30 quid, and that, because that's essentially just a big bit of foam on a core and nothing else. There's nothing glamorous about that weapon whatsoever. It's a massive thunky stick, so which is great. I always compare it to the moment in Harry Potter when he gets his first wand. Yeah, exactly, John. Exactly
that.
That's it. So all I can say is,
feel it. Play around.
Gorka. All I'll say is that, I mean, when you come to the event, mate, if you want to come and find me, I will happily walk around all the traders with you and go, let's go weapon shopping, and we'll do that. And you can have a play, and that's literally it. Pick everything up, decide what your character's going to fight with it: sword, axe, mace, flail, spear, couple of knives. Completely up to you, but have a play, swing them around, and then go, right, this is too light, this is too heavy, that's the head's it's too balanced towards the head, oh, it's not right. But I'm 100% certain you'll pick one up and go, oh, I love this. I absolutely love this. The weirdest one was there was a wrench that was made, and I picked it up and it was like, oh, this is so me, and this is weighted perfectly. It's the great length, but it's like, yeah, can't use it at Empire though, and I don't do a LARP where I could use it, so it was a bit weird, but yeah, I'll happily walk around there and take you around there. There is no wrong choice when it comes to your first weapon. Definitely. There's only
the choice.
Yeah, just the choice. Coming from reenactment to LARP, it's important to take the time to find the right weapon, as the weight difference is wild and changes how you fight. Definitely. Definitely.
Also, I'd add to what Steve's saying is ask questions. If you, like, for me, I was obviously going to be non-com, but I, for a while, was like, I kind of, because out of character, I do martial arts. I know how to use a Joe staff. So I was like, oh, maybe I'll ask, but then I found out, only some like staffs are like, what is it, thrust safe and stuff?
Yeah, stab safe.
Exactly. So I didn't know about that. So I was like, it was good that I asked. So if you have any questions, definitely ask the vendors, because they will know.
Yeah, so as Badger's just said, I had to have a chat with Darren. I love my Orc Saber, but really want a 2-hand axe for monstering. Yeah, javelins are trash as well. That its throw is pointless at Empire really at the moment. It's just you can't really use them.
Also,
But-
they're like pricey, right? You could just get a bow and arrow.
Yeah, but that's pricey as well.
pricey,
Yeah, it's like
so,
£10 an arrow or something, right?
but yeah, so it's all a bit, yeah. But it's all comes down to personal preference again.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, we've been going for an hour and 45.
Sorry.
So
Yeah.
we have done incredibly well. I like the things that I think we'll do, like the big chat. We'll get everybody, as many people on as we can, and we'll just get everyone telling stories and stuff. I think that'll be an amazing stream to do. Don't care if you're an old player, new player. We'll get as many people on as we can just to chat and do that. I was going to say, how did you get more in? I'm on my like fourth wind at the moment. After last night, I've had a coffee. I crashed a while. I nearly fell asleep on the train. I would have ended up in Brighton, which wouldn't have been good because I'd have had to travel all the way back again, and we wouldn't be doing this stream. I have a plan for Throw if I ended up on the character. Why am I not surprised, Curtis, that you've made it now? Like you've got another character in mind already. You did fall asleep. 2 shots short. Oh, well, you were lucky then. You were lucky. But yeah, this has been. I'm so happy for both of you.
So great.
You've both had very different events, and you've both had great events for very different reasons. And
100%.
it's so nice to hear the variety of it all and how it's worked out for you. And it makes me genuinely happy to hear. It really, really does. And
Thank you, Steve, for creating such a lovely community that's been really fun to engage with to keep that team going for so long.
And also to add to that, I want to say thank you because if it wasn't for all of your streams, I probably would have had a lot more anxiety, a lot more concerns, and I probably would have been just a nervous wreck. So thank you, Steve, for like all the streams and all the knowledge you've given. So even if I can't use it, I see.
Let's get a thanks to Steve in chat, please.
Yeah, thanks for Steve.
No. I met some new players the other night, and they were extremely grateful for the pouches. Yeah, the pouches were great. So, but that was everybody. That's everybody, and Bethany made 1 million of them as well. John, I found Hannah's pouch as well. I've got it set aside so she can have it at the next event. All right. So, but yeah, this is all everybody. So everyone's amazing, and you can't fault anybody. So Monday no stream because I'm streaming on Tuesday.
Okay.
We stand as Steve. I have Kazamarie. She's coming on Tuesday with someone else, a mystery guest who I don't know yet. I haven't been told who it is. But because me and Kaz, we don't know each other very well, so she said she'll feel more comfortable if she could bring in one of her friends on as well who does LARP too. So obviously, I get to chat to 2 people now.
Imagine if it's Momo.
I don't think it's Momo. It's not Momo. It will be. I know they're part of another group. LARPing in Colour, they're part of. Which is another it's an American group. So yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. So that's on Tuesday, and then on Friday, dun dun dun, Bethany is coming on.
Oh no!
Excellent.
So that will be interesting.
That would be very cool.
Honour the Steve, Mac for Emperor. Yeah, you can get behind that. So, let me know if you want Apothecary Guild chat. We will do. Yeah, we'll do another like potions chat and stuff before E2, I think, because a lot of people, not naming any names, but Liam. Said they wanted to join the Apothecaries Guild, struggled, and it didn't go right for them. It didn't go well for them.
Do.
So
I do when I join.
So we'll get that sorted. And I'll browbeat Liam into joining.
Yeah.
So right. So speak of the devil. Kaza is streaming. She is the only person I know streaming at the moment. So we're going to go and raid Kaza. Go. Oh, shit. Currently, I have 72 subscribers, which is nearly 10%
Incredible.
of the followers. So that is really,
Right.
really high percentage.
It's really
That's
good.
amazing, you lot. That's absolutely amazing.
Big up the hefty fam.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Got the
So, I'm going to try to get the raid done properly this time. So, go, spread the love, be awesome as you know you all are, and I know you are. Take care of each other, stay safe. 73 subscribers. Thank you, Elku. Straight up. That's amazing. Thank you so much. But yeah, so yeah, go and spread the love, and then we'll get this. Yeah, and we'll go and yeah, I'll see you all on Tuesday talking to this lovely lady.
Cool. Bye.
That's yeah,
Let's join the Raiders.
yeah. Anyway, take care. Bye bye.
Bye.
Have I got right now? There you go.